Well, Martin, I know you're usually pretty good at being calm and measured, but the emotions right now must be absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love to win like this. I love these games. I love to play at home. The fans, the atmosphere is unbelievable. So very, very happy and proud of the team as well. To come back in the game and to win. Massive game for us. So yeah, very, very happy.
The roof absolutely came off at the end, and I saw you go over to the supporters after full time. What is it like sharing that moment with like a big group like that?
No, it's the best feeling in the world, honestly. This is what we play for, this feeling, to celebrate with our fans, to give them something back, everything they do for us, how they supported us in each moment, when we go 1-0 down, they keep cheering. And they give us so much energy, so yeah, it's amazing to give them these 3 points back.
And actually, the last couple of minutes, plus stoppage time, felt like a match in itself, didn't it? You lost it and then you won it.
Yeah, no, it was mad. Don't know what happened, but we played 12 minutes. But yeah, Gabi did so good there in the end, and I got the third goal, so yeah, it was good.
And you scored a great goal, but I bet it feels about 100 years ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was a long one. I think all the games are like this now, with the added times, and yeah, you have to be prepared to play 100 and 105 and 110 minutes, so we have to dig deep every game, but I thought we did brilliant today, and I think we deserved the win as well.
And I heard no real time to enjoy it. You've got to get straight on the plane for international duty.
Yeah, Norway. Straight to Norway now, so yeah, it was going to be good to see the boys there again and keep going there as well, so yeah, excited.
Well done, incredible day.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, his equaliser in the first half. It was some second half and very eventful ending. Before we see Declan Rice's big moment, well, I was going to say, can we clear up? Is it possible to clear up whether it was a corner to Arsenal?
I think if we're going to be really nitpicking about it, that you look at it and obviously Martin's going to appeal for it, but I'm trying to see if you can see the trajectory of the ball, then if he's hit somebody, it would start spinning. And I can't see from there whether it can, but whether we can see it from there. But he's instantly, see, the ball looks like it's just moving, and you can't see no spin. And what would happen is that spin would, if it hits something, it just naturally puts top spin on it, and that's why we was thinking, well, you're naturally going to appeal because you want to get the corner. So
what are you saying? Was it a corner or not?
It didn't seem like, I can't clear up whether it's a corner or not.
Simple yes or no.
Well, I can't see if it's a corner or not. I'm just trying to explain, Peter, why I don't think it is. There's no spin on the ball. So
was it a corner? Yes or no?
Yeah, probably yeah. Yeah, because you don't want to hear that. So I'm going to tell you what. We can't clear it up. How can you clear it up? But they've given it, and it's the difference in it. That's the margins.
Difficult, right? Margin. They are so tight. The offside, is it offside? Is it non-offside?
What do you think about the corner?
But my point is, it's the little things that has this great influence on how the game turns out. I personally don't think it's a corner, because I think you can, if it hits something, you can see it on the spin of the ball. You can see how it spins. If it hits Eriksen's leg, it's definitely got to have an impact on how the ball's flying and the spin on it in the air.
Michael?
And it just looks like he gets under the ball here and, just skies. But of course, he's claiming it.
Yeah,
that's pretty good play.
We've got no way, from these pictures, we've got no way of being sure, have we? That's the bottom line. So Ødegaard did claim as soon as he hit it, but as the lad said, everyone claims, when the ball goes, it's either a goal kick or a corner. So you say, got a ball, and that's just a natural reaction. On those pictures, it's very, very difficult to say. But the only little hint is the ball.
Yeah.
And when you see the ball, it doesn't look like a deflected shot from the ball. But that's not conclusive evidence.
So, next question is, Johnny Evans, was he fouled before Declan Rice scored?
My instinctive reaction was, yes, he's definitely fouled. I would say, obviously, Riley was flying everywhere in the studio. I said, calm down. It's going to be, it's cancelled out because it's a foul. But when we see it again, it's actually a foul the other way. Johnny Evans is actually putting, so you see that, it's the other way. I think it's really, really bad defending. How can you let Declan Rice, first of all, be free there, and then give him that much time when you're 6 minutes into added on time, and there are enough players there, Harry Maguire, Marcus Rashford, Johnny Evans is on the ground, but there's enough players there to go out and challenge. And then at the end of the day, I know it gets a deflection, But if I'm Onana, I would be a little bit annoyed with myself for not having saved.
Savable?
Yeah, because it's not that difficult. You know, it gets a deflection. He's still getting to it. You know, it's not like he doesn't have to change direction massively. You know, he's still there. It's just, you know, the way. They're little things, you know.
Well,
but have
it was the second half of fine margins, wasn't it? So
yeah,
that was one of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought Johnny Evans was trying to block Gabriel, so I didn't think it was a foul at all, despite, you know, claims. So I thought that was fine, and yeah, I agree. You know, you'd have to look at the goalkeeper there. Does take a deflection. Johnny Evans actually pulls Gabriel out the way in the end. He blocks him there. He tries to block him, and then Declan Rice has sweeped around the back. Does really well to keep it down when a bouncing ball like that. You've got to concentrate. And then it just takes that little deflection off Johnny Evans.
And then hit into the crowd of players. That's what I see what you're saying there, in respect, because, you know, it deflects and it goes way over that side. Obviously, you ain't got no chance, but with that one again, you know, ain't it though, Pete? He's expecting a different kind of shot, though, isn't it? Because he's gone down and then it's deflected and then it's. I don't know how you move your arm.
So the way I phrased it was, I said that Onana probably will be a little bit unhappy with himself. So it's not like a clear, massive goalkeeping mistake in that respect, because it does get a deflection. It does have an impact on how you dive and where your balance is. You know, sometimes you're so much out of balance that even a hand to it is not strong enough. But if that was me, I would probably be a little bit annoyed with myself and think.
OK, that's the Manchester United goalkeeper we're talking about. Let's speak live to the Arsenal one, Aaron Ramsdale, after that incredible game. Good to see you, Aaron. Well done. That was incredible to watch. What was it like to play in?
Yeah, it was a top game. Two teams who were very well coached, and it was very tactical. Not many chances because of the way both teams are settled. But yeah, great ending for us. We were ruthless when we needed to be at the end, and crazy day, but you know, we come out with 3 points, so we're very pleased.
Crazy last 10 minutes, because for a split second you thought you were 2-1 down.
Yeah, you know, we probably got sucked into the emotion of the game, going for the goal, and you know, that can bite you sometimes, and you know, the penalty goes against us, which was probably the right decision, and then there was a goal, and it was almost a sucker punch, and then you get lifted, so to go on then after to score 2 goals, it's a great feeling for us and the team in the dressing room.
Aaron, just with the obviously with the Fulham game, coming off the Fulham game and not winning that, is there anything? Is anyone saying anything about how important it is for us to win the home games at the moment? And do you feel pressure with that? Because I'm feeling like the last 15, 20 minutes of games, when the game's tight, Aaron, I feel like there's an anxiety there.
I think there's a pressure to win games of football when you play for Arsenal. I don't think that's going for the league or not. You know, I think as a young team we can get a little bit emotional with it, and when the fans are screaming us to score as they're willing us on to do, I think sometimes we get sucked into that, and we have to be a little bit calmer, especially us at the back, to control it. But you know, I think it's time on the pitch with this team. There's a few new faces. And, you know, Zinchenko, Kai Havertz and Martinelli, it's the first time they played together. So I think the longer we go on, the relationships will develop. And yeah, I think you'll see it start to click a lot more.
And Aaron, how important is it to go into an international break now? You get a little break on the back of a win. You know, it can be a long old international break if you don't pick up the 3 points. Yeah,
exactly. I think it's huge. Because we're not going to debrief this game until probably 10 days' time. So going into it on a loss, you know, you're dwelling on it, and then you've got to pick yourself up to compete for your country. So at times, yeah, there are going to be things which we need to improve on, but with the win, we're able to, you know, go into it with a smile and be able to enjoy the international break and compete with a new set of players and a new team.
Really well done, Aaron. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That is Aaron Ramsdale live from the Emirates, talking about the big moment, of course, for Arsenal's club record signing. Here he is, Declan Rice.
Declan, congratulations. That was Rice Baby, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was prime vanilla ice, that. Featuring myself.
Ice in the veins as well.
No, look, honestly, Oh, my mouth's really dry. What a moment, you know, what a moment to score. So many people told me that I'd score today. It's weird, like staff members and players had a funny feeling, and I was getting myself into good positions, but to finish that one off and, you know, get the 3 points, I think you can see the relief. I'm still recovering now.
It was, you know, every bit an Arsenal-Manchester United game in terms of drama, big VAR decisions and everything. I think most people would feel that Arsenal deserved to win it. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, we was knocking at the door constantly. I think we had the more of the chances. Their chances were coming more from counter-attacks, that we was giving away sloppy balls. But in the end, I think we thoroughly deserved it. It would have been horrible to have conceded the Garnacho one. So luckily enough, he was offside. But yeah, fine margins in football, and you know these games you need to be winning them. You know, if you want to be competing at the top, this is what you got to keep doing. You got to keep probing, knocking at the door, keep going, and yeah, it was just such a special day.
I think it was the 12th corner that, from which you scored.
That's the thing. You got to keep going. You got to keep believing in what you're working on. Keep to the strategies, what the coaches are wanting us to do. And I think in the end, you know, to bring the ball down and get a shot off like that and score. To be honest with you, it all happens in a split second. I'm honestly feel like my head's so clouded with things. It's going to take a moment to digest. But on the 12th corner to score, it was coming for sure.
Have a look tonight. I think you'll enjoy it.
He'll be on. He'll be on tonight. Don't worry about that.
Thank you very much.
Top man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Well played. Cheers.
Hayden Rice, echoing exactly what you said right at the start of the day.
Well, I think that, and people know it as well. You know, if you're trying to build a championship run, and you're chasing down a Manchester City, your home games, no matter how early in the season they are, it's vitally important that you win them. You know, away from home, obviously you want to try and get a draw or win, but at home, if you're in the top four and got those aspirations, you have to win those games. That's what I said at the start. I think it's a must-win game, especially with Manchester City winning. You have to just stay amongst it as long as
one of the reasons for that is you build a castle. You build a castle and it's can't say it.
Impregnable.
Impregnable. You cannot get into it. So when a team gets there, they know that it's going to be difficult. And it's not because the games are then going to be easier, but it makes it easier for you to win once you build that reputation. And of course, we know with Man United, for instance, the theatre of dream, Old Trafford was always their fortress, always. And all of a sudden, it wasn't. Now teams are not afraid to go to Old Trafford anymore. And that's what you have to build. You have to build that castle that is yours. So when you come and visit us here, you get nothing. Absolutely. And then the away games are always a little bit harder. That's where you know, it sounds like you're easing up on your home, but you're not. But that's where you fight and get that little bit extra. And you have to match Man City. That's it. That's why you have to. If you're Arsenal, thinking that you should have won the league last year, then you have to match what they've done and what they're doing.
Just to back you up, City only dropped 5 points at home last season. So.
A little bit unlucky, but it's about moments, and I think they took the moments better.
Okay. Eric Ten Hag has joined us, as you can see. Eric, thank you so much for coming out to speak to us. Just talk us through your emotions after that incredible finish to the game.
I think the performance is right from us. I think we played a very good game, but everything went against us. And then of course, then you don't win the game. And if a little bit more luck, you win the game.
What do you feel in particular went against you?
You saw the game, but it's no offside, wrong angle. It's a penalty on Højlund. And then we could see the goal, that's a foul on Johnny Evans. It's so clear and obvious. And okay, then you can tell, finish your chances. Then you can tell, don't concede the goal after you are go 1-0 up. Yeah, it's all true. But I think there's really a step forward, and I was happy with the performance.
So you think the performance was a big step forward for you?
Absolutely.
In what way? Tell us.
We are more compact. We very good defending. High block, lower block. Everyone was involving, and then we break like the first goal. I think on the ball we were calm, and of course I see definitely also room for improvement. And I see the moment where we can go forward. We missed, I think, some passes forward, but then we even could have hurt them more. But I think all over, I'm happy with the performance from the team.
It's interesting though that the first thing you talked about was the offside, and it's in the 88th minute of the game. You know, we've just spoken to Declan Rice. He thought that was game, set and match for Manchester United. We've been told, though, that offside is offside. It either is or it isn't.
Yeah, it is, so you have to accept it, but I see the angle. I don't see it as offside.
Have you sought any clarification on that from the officials?
No, but that doesn't change. Doesn't change the result. It's what it is, you have to accept it.
Tell us about the role that Højlund played in the game when he came on. Did you think he changed it in your favour?
I think he played very good, but also I think Anthony Martial was a very good performance. So I was pleased. And definitely I think Rasmus Højlund had very good impact on the game.
We take a break now, of course. 4 games in, it's the international break. You've won 2 matches. You've lost 2 matches here in North London. How do you reflect on your start?
Yeah, of course you want to take more from it. And first game was not our game. Then there we had a little luck. Also maybe a penalty, not penalty given. And now I think, and in Spurs, there was a penalty, what we should have had. And now again. So yeah, that feels a little bit nasty. But yeah, you have to accept it. But as I said, I see a good pattern. I see a trend line going up. And that is what we take. And we go in the international break and then we continue.
Do you think then, from what you've seen, the progress that you're talking about, that you will be challenging the likes of Arsenal again to get closer to Manchester City this season?
We have to improve, definitely. But you see, and also what we have seen last year, we can beat everyone. When it was such small margins today, so it could also have been our side. So when Ghana is finishing and it's a goal, then we're winning this game. So it's that close.
We really appreciate you coming to talk to us, Eric. Thank you very much.
Okay.
جيسوس ونونو أول مواجهة برتغالية خالصة في الكلاسيكو. لم يعرف كلاسيكو اتحاد جدة والهلال والذي يقترب من عام 60 أي مواجهة بينهما بتواجد مدربين برتغاليين في ذات المباراة في البطولات المحلية السعودية، إذ سيكون لقاء يوم الجمعة الأول لرجلين في شبه الجزيرة الإيبيرية. ويتولى جورجي جيسوس تدريب الهلال، بينما ما زال نونو إسبيريتو سانتو مدرب الاتحاد جدة الذي فاز معه ببطولة دوري روشن السعودي لموسم الماضي. وعرف الهلال 3 مدربين من البرتغال عبر تاريخه بخلاف جورجي جيسوس أولهم آرتر جورج مطلع الألفية الحالية، وفي 2006 حضر جورجي بيسيرو، وفي 2021 تولى تدريبه ليوناردو جارديم. وانتظر الاتحاديون أكثر من 80 عاما حتى يتولى أحد أبناء لشبونة تدريب فريقهم، إذ كان الخبير مانويل جوزيه أول مدرب برتغالي يتولى تدريب اتحاد جدة، وذلك في عام 2010. وبعد إقالته جاء مواطنه توني لخلافته لفترة قصيرة. وستكون السعودية أول دولة يجتمع بها جورجي ونونو خارج بلدهما، إذ خاض الأول تجربتين خارج البرتغال في البرازيل مع فلامينغو وفينريبيخشا في تركيا، أما الثاني فدرب فالنسيا في إسبانيا وتوتنهام وفولهارمامبتون في إنجلترا.